Good afternoon, students. Hope you are in the best of health in this hard situation. As you all know, we are covering a portion of your syllabus which is dealing with the information and communication technology. So as we enter into the phase of post-COVID-19 situation, when the lockdown is lifted and the situation becomes normal, it will so happen that the importance of information and communication technology will be felt. As you all know, we have already studied certain portions of our syllabus about the information and communication technology. In that we have found that how important information and communication technology is for the farmers and the rural community. To start with, if we just can cite an example of, say, for example, a virtual training. So a virtual training will be more effective in the sense that the participation will be more, the time wasted will be less, and the amount of money spent will be comparatively less. And in this case, with regard to participation, it will so happen that the participation of the farm women will be considerable. In a particular situation, what we find that the participation of farm women is not up to the mark because of certain barriers in our society. It is well known that now the farm women, they contribute about more than 50% of agricultural activities. They contribute in more than 50% in agricultural activities. Similarly, take for example the virtual field visit. So that we have, if you recall, we have learnt in first year that seeing is believing. In this situation, when we cannot move or when moving becomes quite difficult, this virtual field visit will be the order of the day. Say for example, if we want to show the activities of, say, watershed management to a group of farmers in a remote cluster in Jharkhand. If you want to convince the farmers, then you can easily arrange a virtual field visit or virtual visit to that particular place. Suppose for example, we know the watershed management activities undertaken by the legendary figure Anna Hazare. He was instrumental in development of that particular area, and his efforts have been well appreciated throughout the country. So it may not be possible for us to take the farmers to far off Maharashtra, and post-pandemic, post-COVID situation, it might become more difficult. So in that context, we can take the help of information and communication technology. We can interact with the farmers of, say, Ralegaon Siddhi, and even the farmers, they can ask questions to the legendary figure Anna Hazare. Similarly, with regard to, say, virtual field visit, that can be organized in a similar manner. As you all know that there are certain success stories in this sector. If the rural youths, they are trained and they can be motivated enough to be involved in using the tools of information and communication technology, they can easily communicate to the farmers the latest trend in agricultural development. They can even chat with the farmers, with the scientists regarding a host of problems and, say for example, disease and pest management, or say fertilizer management. They can easily chat with the farmers and a possible solution can be easily drawn. Again, as you all know, information and communication technology has been instrumental in making the life of farmers better. ISRO has already established various village resource centers, and they have become the focal point of development in the rural sector. To start with, this concept was first started by MS Swaminathan Research Foundation long back, when the use of satellite technology was not used at that time, but he started in a group of villages in and around Pondicherry how information can be transmitted in those days with the help of the conventional method of telecommunication. Similarly, Varna Wired Village project, that was another project, that was also a very successful project. And as you all know, today most of the corporate houses, they are involved in the information and communication technology because it is a win-win situation for them. Because what happens, the farmers, they are getting good price of their produce, and at the same time they are selling their goods to the farmers at a considerable cheaper price. So the corporate houses, they are also getting benefited, and the farmers also, they are getting benefit because the involvement of the middlemen have been considerably reduced. Similarly, in the case of, say, weather forecasting, we have found that the ISRO satellites, they are so well documented, they give so well documented weather forecasting information that the farmers, they benefit from this information. They tell the weather forecasting with regard to weather forecasting and fishery management. Say, for example, the fishermen, they are informed well in advance when to venture into the sea, when their catch will be the highest, and which time they should not venture into the sea when their life is at risk, etc., etc. Similarly, the Indian Space Research Organization, with the help of other allied organizations, they constantly inform the farmers. They predict what will be the monsoon this year, when there will be a thunderstorm, when you can go for, say, harvesting the crop, when you should plant a particular crop, etc. As you all know, our Indian Meteorological Department, or more popularly known as IMD, is also well equipped in this manner. As I told you that the use of information and communication technology is multidimensional. So there is a proper linkage between research, extension and ICT for the development of the farming community. In the days to come, what will happen is that the farmers will be dependent in this mode of communication. Because a few days back, as you all know, we celebrated the Panchayati Day. On that particular day, our Honorable Prime Minister, he launched a user-friendly app. And that particular app is so easy to handle that the villagers, they can get a lot of information at the local level. So in that address, the Prime Minister also said that the days of ICT has come and the farmers will have to be oriented in this manner. The panchayats at the grassroots level, they will be the main agents to promote the information and communication technology in the rural areas. Similarly, with the help of information and communication technology, telemedicine can also be popularized. The farmers of a particular village can be easily linked to a specialist who is based in a big city, and that specialist can easily give his advice to the farmers on a particular disease which may be prevalent in that particular area, and what precautionary measures they should take. As you all know, that prevention is better than cure. So in this manner also, ICT can play a major role in this field also. So in this concept, we can say that information and communication technology has done a lot for the development of the rural community, starting with, say, land records management, weather forecasting, market information, then web chatting with the scientific community, email with the farmers, with the scientists and the farmers. Then what I told you about the virtual field visit and virtual training. So these are some of the aspects which the information and communication technology is playing for the upliftment of the rural community.